Welcome back to Scarlet Hollow, where we are inside a state with a cousin that, frankly, is kind of pretty rude. Um, she just left, went to work, so I get to explore a little bit. I can go to my room, I can go straight to Forbidden Wings, like I was told not to. I can get a PB&J. You know what? Let's go get a PB&J. Let's do nice things. You haven't anything to eat all day. The only things loud in your stomach right now are the creaks and the moans of this ancient place. A PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen with the cat that scratched the heck out of you, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter. Oh god, I'm not hungry at the moment, but I might make one of those later. PB&J. It's a daunting task given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls in your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. That's baloney. You know what you need to make a PB&J? You need something. No, you don't even need something to lay it on. You need bread. You need something to wipe it with. So like a knife or freaking I will use a spoon. I've used a spoon. Any sort of silverware, plasticware, anything that you can just, even a freaking, I wouldn't say a stick, 'cause that's gross. Something clean. And the condiments, or whatever you call them, the PB&J. And then, because if you don't even have anything to lay it on and you don't have a plate or anything, you can use a paper towel. If you don't have a paper towel, I guess something to lay it on to, but you don't need like a desk. So here's what you do. You put it, if you don't have a desk, for example, like you have plenty of stuff here. You have a table, you have all that stuff. You put it on your legs. And I've done this before when camping. Get the paper towel or whatever you place it on. Put the pieces of bread. Get whatever you're slathering it on with. Usually it's like a plastic knife if you're camping or something. Make sure you have something to throw it away because plastic doesn't biodegrade. And just put it on. That's it. Make a PB&J. It's so easy. To get started, you'll need to find some peanut butter, jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. She said is there. Approach frou-frou. Sorry about the PB&J rant, but we're just going to ignore it for a little bit. We're going to approach frou-frou. Frou-frou has hissed at me, has scratched me, and is rejecting me. I don't get rejected by a cat. I get rejected by women. The guy sees you as you draw near, but remains firmly in place. This is clearly Frou-Frou's spot on the counter. We're going in. Ah! Put out your hand in an attempt to pet Frou-Frou. She bites you viciously. Honestly, what were you expecting? I expected a cat. Low growl as you cautiously back away. Approach Frou-Frou again. Search the fridge. Jelly? Janie, stay out in all caps. That's on a note taped to the door. Below it in separate handwriting are the words, okie dokie. So there's more people in this house. And somebody's like very uppity. The ice cream. I open the fridge. I already feel the deep urge to wash your hands, though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. There's takeout. Examine the old takeout. Do not check the mayonnaise. Oh, it's so disgusting. A liquefied mess, congealed. Why? Why? It doesn't smell bad. It just smells ancient. Why does this exist in here? Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna eat it. What is wrong with me? What kind of horrible goblin would do this, you think, is you dip your hands into the goop? Why am I doing this? You scoop what's on the wretched claw in your hand, slowly bring it towards your mouth, as allowing its must to permeate your senses before the slime filled. Tastes like rot. Like the smell of decaying mulch and burning leaves. I let the intrusive thoughts win. And fish heads festering on the beach. It feels worth in your mouth, like your mouth is full of slugs. Okay, the only reason I don't eat fruit is because of the texture. I like the flavor. So like dried fruit's fine with me. That texture would kill me. I would vomit. You can almost feel it writhing in there, though perhaps that's just your own tongue convulsing in disgust at what you've done. Swallow it. Commit. You swallow the slime. You've done it and there's no going back down. It slid down your throat like a mass of wriggling worms. Your gag reflex tries to reject it one final time before it passes into your stomach, but your will is stronger. A layer of waxy residue now coats the inside of your mouth and throat, and your teeth squeak with a slippery film, making it impossible to forget what you've done. This is like an epic in just one to-go box. You have a feeling that consequences for this action will be severe. A problem for the future you to worry about. Check the mayonnaise. You know you probably shouldn't, but a part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. You pick up the jar, its label flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. This jar of mayonnaise is old enough to graduate 5th grade. Eat the mayonnaise! Press to put it back and forget you ever saw it. Okay, I saved right there because it'll probably kill me in the future, the takeout. And if it doesn't, then I have a save spot. We'll see what it does. You know what? We'll see what it does. I'm going to take the jelly. I will risk that takeout. I'm not risking the ice cream. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. That's a lot of jelly. That actually sounds awesome to have like homemade jelly, like a ton of it. This was a purchase specifically for you, where jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. Obviously not the to-go box. All you need now is a plate, knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close this fridge and keep looking. Nope, close the fridge. Don't touch the ice cream. We're not risking it. I'd rather die. Check the pantry. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Ooh, keen eye. I can look closer. Squint in the darkness of the pantry. You have the molded bread. Ugh. A single book lies behind a forgotten thin layer of dust. You pick it up. Flick to a bookmark brain. Calf's brain aspic. An appetizing calf's brain and aspic. Unappetizing enough on their own. You can only imagine how vile a combination of the two would be. What kind of person would call this their favorite food? No wonder your mom ran far, far away from this place. And a realm far, far away is not that recipe. You shut the book and put it back in its place. I'm going to examine the mac and cheese. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen the brand before. Did she tell me not to touch the mac and cheese? Why would I do that? Save. Doing it. You aren't sure what force of chaos compelled you to do this, but it's done. You close the box and tuck it far behind the others. I am an element of chaos. Fear me. I don't know why I did that. I won't touch the ice cream, but I will put a dead rat in the mac and cheese plate. I'm a horrible person. I feel so bad. Take bread. One of the non-molding loaves of bread. Great. One step closer. Take the peanut butter. King of nut. My nut butter. Only 3% of each jar is actual nut. I think that's what it said. Only things you are now. Plate and a knife. Close the pantry. I'm keeping those two saves no matter what. If we have to go all the way back, I'll take that upon myself. Search the cabinets. Okay, dishware and utensils. Examine the mug. I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only for a few hours from the estate. Huh, that's cool. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. God, I am short of breath today. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. The shot glass does. I didn't say that. Your aunt's name was Perlin. Perlin? So this wasn't from her 50th. I don't know how to pronounce that. From the few stories you've heard from your mom, Perlin wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at her birthday parties. What kind of verb is that? Or adjective? What kind of adjective is that? Kitschy? Is that somebody who likes their kitchen a lot? Kenai. Maybe it belongs to Janie. You imagine she might have an alcoholic beverage to get through cleaning this place, especially with Tabitha's sour face peering over her shoulder. Wow. Grab a bowl. Oh, plate and a butter knife. I could use that bowl for mac and cheese. I think she's gonna get pissed at me if I eat her mac and cheese. Last ingredient. Time to get to work. Let's grab a bowl as well. Moth trap. Do not touch. Reach the bowl. You put it down. A blend of vinegar and dead moths splash onto you, immediately staining your shirt. Whoops. Sure sound pleasantly wet. You'll have to change to something before you leave the house. Damn it. I really just wanted to see what was in the bowl. Close the cabinet, look back at the rest of the kitchen. Make that PB&J! Let's do it! Let's get it done. Even though you've already eaten God knows what from the fridge, stop bringing it up. Your ravenous form quickly sets to work on making a PB&J. Maybe this will settle my stomach. All that hassle took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. That's why you make 2 PB&Js. Why'd you grab enough for 1? Amateur. Though, then again, I eat more than most people. And it's like... It's so weird. When you get like a hearty workout, you get so much of a craving that people think you're insane for eating that much. But then you're like, but it fills the calories I just got rid of. It keeps me average. Which is scarily true. What if I search... Wait, I can search the pantry again? I love their mac and cheese. Okay, so I'm just looking through places. Let's check out the garden. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It may not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Oh, come on. This kind of garden? Oh, I love this. I genuinely would leave a garden like this unkempt just for it to be reclaimed by nature and then go out into it every time. Like, I love hiking and such like that, so I would genuinely love that kind of stuff. I would never hurt the plants. I would just let them grow and enjoy that. Let's explore. I love this. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. What? That's it? I head back inside. It's quiet. Okay. Well, then I'll probably have to go in the garden for something else. Congratulations, you've eaten half a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? Investigate the forbidden wings. The forbidden chicken wings. Let's save now. So from now on, so here's the first save. So there's the original before we even went to the kitchen, before we did anything. Before we did anything stupid. And here's the one right before we basically ate the the gross crap. So this will probably be where we start from if the gross crap comes back to bite us in a horrendous way. Let's explain the forbidden wings. Tap the gong, there's no one to stop you from going to the forbidden wings. I did that in case I die. I don't want to die. An inspirational obstacle for most, but a mild inconvenience for you because I can pick locks because I'm street smart. Oh yeah! Told you that was a great class. As the locks fall, the doors moan open. Huh? Revealing the entrance to what must have been incredibly lavish ballroom. If I open doors and they make that noise, I'm going to be very concerned. Faintly in the distance, you can hear the quiet notes of an old piano playing from another room. The forbidden wings are yours to explore. Yes, the forbidden chicken wings. Let's go. If we're doing something, we're committing. That's my motto. You can see why your cousin warned you against coming here. Deep gashes tear across the floor, and years of detritus have turned what once must have been a magnificent and open ballroom into a tight and claustrophobic maze. There's a lot of really complex words in this game, and I actually really like it. It's getting me back into stuff, because when you get to a certain age, I'm not that old, but I'm still dating myself. When you get to a certain age, or you just have a job that fulfills a lot of your time, you feel like you gotta read comic books and manga and stuff like that a lot more than novels, because if you read novels, it's like your brain's already spent. So when you do stuff like this gets me back in the groove of reading, and I really enjoy it, so you might do this a lot more. The piano you heard through the doorway is growing louder, and you feel pretty confident that it's coming from the other side of the obstructed glass door ahead of you, because your keen eye. It's probably just a self-playing model, but maybe you aren't as alone here as you thought. Let's examine the painting. Ooh, it's a family tree. You make your way over to the painting, covering the far wall. It's a family tree. Angry black scratches cover the space where your mother should be. Ooh, crap, that's dark. So somebody has it against my mother completely. Head towards the debris-covered hallway. Though you try to move it with all your might, it's just too heavy for you to do anything more than budget. Ah, damn it. If I had strength and street smarts, I could easily get that out of the way. I carefully reattach the locks. After what you've seen and heard in the ballroom, you weigh how much longer you should even stay in the estate on your own. Well, let's settle into my room. That your cousin is gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. We're saving right here. This seems like a nice place to save. And we're going to oversave our, this one. This will be like the primary save. This will be like experimental stuff, anything past. I'm not the type of person that's going to use up like all 9 pages. Like I see people like, let's say Markiplier, save it like every single one to the point where it fills it. And I'm like, wow, my brain would not be able to want to do that. Put spare clothes in the dresser. You cute little possum. You drag your suitcase over the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. It's quiet, but angry. As it just did. Offer it your boiled peanuts. Just close the door again. I'm gonna offer it. Hold out your still dripping bag of boiled peanuts. The opossum, gosh dang it. Every time the possum hisses in disgust, stiffens, begins to drool, feigning death. Okay, that's actually really funny. You close the drawer, you might as well leave it be. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. A good as places you'll find to put your clothes. Yep, that's fine. I'll leave the possum alone. It's cute. Based on the state of your house, you wonder if it's been better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag, but there's no going back now. I don't know. My bag could be easily saboteured. Check the closet. I don't like that. There's a doll there. No, 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 no. Get it away from me. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of the closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Why would you pick up the doll? I'm picking up the doll. It's creepy. It's creepy. It looks like something from the Misadventures of Flapjack and like whenever they do the realistic drawings. Of course, you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up and examine it closely. Its foot reads property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you. Yep, lock it in there. Do not let it out, ever. Examine the painting. Yeah, it looks nice. Must be an old relative of yours. Very old, judging by the dates I have on the description. You've never heard of her, but you've barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about the Marybelle Scarlet next time you see her. That is, she's actually in the mood for conversation. I need like a cup of water so that I don't slur anything. Maybe next time. So for today, we might just well slur everything, but not put out slurs because that's not okay. You could only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. See, if you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel, get some gardening gloves, and whip it into shape. No, you leave it alone. I think it's more gorgeous that way because I'm a weirdo. You go out and pull weeds, chop trees, and carve topiaries. Basically just slaughter all the greenery to the point where poison ivy would murder you. And do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. When I say poison ivy, by the way, it's a Batman reference. Not actual just poison ivy wrapping around your legs. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea with the little goldfish, slurping down that fish while enjoying the bird song. Yeah, you definitely do that. This is not right now. Let's take a nap. You immediately collapse into the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. If I wake up and there's something right there, I'm going to scream. Or so you thought. You cough as a small cloud of dust rises up from the mattress. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might have been around to see the dawn of civilization. You try to settle in, but the bed is lumpy in strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get in a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. We're going to town. They have forced me to go to town. Now that you've settled in, there's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore town. You do just that. Well, we're explore the house. Yeah. Before leaving the house, you rinse off and change to a clean shirt. You're not about to meet new people covered in vinegar and dead moths. So I have a new shirt. Okay. Maybe there'll be a comment on that later. If you had known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop. Especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. That's true. She wasn't very happy with me. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of that tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. It's getting a little off topic. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. That's okay. So that's the two sides of the same coin kind of thing. In one hand, on one side, there's a whole thing of, it's a little off topic, you're distracting her from the important stuff, and her mother's dead, she needs time to grieve. On the other side, it's very emotional, you have this chance, if you talk to her, maybe she's more open and willing to talk. Which, in some cases, that's actually better because they're closed off normally. It's really pretty out here, but your serenity is quickly overcome the sudden urge to puke. The slime wants out. Oh no. Looks like we're gonna save. Yep. Let's force it down. We're keeping the slime. You're not gonna let the slime get the best of you. You think to yourself as you muster up every last ounce of willpower and force it back in your guts. This is my slime! You're safe for now, but there's no telling how long it'll last. Finally, you made it to town. The hauler, as the guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. Still has the feeling of an idyllic country town. Idyllic? I'm gonna say idyllic just because it's, like, ideal. But its sidewalks are cracked, and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane, and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Puppy! He's so cute. Ooh. Come back, Gretchen! Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. And who are you? Why is this terrifying stuff? The excitement was made to savor your stomach to churn once the slime is making its escape. Get it back down. I can do this all day, you think to yourself as you struggle once more to force the slime back in your stomach. You succeed, but you don't think you'll manage to pull this off again. So I need to get it out just so it doesn't ruin any interactions. You cute. Hey, are you okay? You don't look so great. Yep, all good. Phew, that's good to hear. I'm gonna get a voice for her. Phew, that's good to hear. For a second there, I thought you were gonna puke on me. Nope, you're cool. You're cool. You're attractive. I mean, just cool. You're awesome. How about I introduce myself so you won't be so nervous? I'm Stella. That's not the voice I like for people that are like cool and stuff, but I can't think of a better voice. It's not often that I see a strange face stopping in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. Oh, she's blushing. That's cute. You're in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Oh, I get you. Okay, these guys are like, I don't think this is a pug. He might be, but these guys are always struggle to breathe and stuff, but they're so cute. You're in town for the funeral, are you? Oh, that's what he just offered. Just boiled penis. Cute. I'm gonna be honest. You know, I'll introduce myself first. Hi, I'm Plaque. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? You're the only person I can think of who comes to the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her. All alone up in that big house. Oh, she's a friend of Tabitha, because she said Tabby. I'm gonna use my keen eye. I'm gonna use my traits. She's putting up a front. I don't think she's doing too well. She's been icy, sure. But it sure feels like she's putting on a front. He has emojis for everything, and I love it. This, like, they take care in even, like, the dog. Also, her shirt, Mothman. That's a cool shirt. I want that shirt. She's always been a little rough around the edges, and to be honest, it's always been hard to tell if that's just the way she is, or if she's been putting on an act her whole life. I think she's been up in that old mansion all by herself. You already said that. Oh, sorry, are you judging me? No, sorry. I will do that, though. I'm being honest. I will do that. I will unconsciously say like, oh, you already said that, or, oh yeah, I know. Like, and I don't even mean to judge people or be a jerk, but it just happens. They're like, cool, moving on. And I can tell that they're a little bit peeved by that, but it's just instinct. It's just automatic instinct. It's just overly honest response, and I can tell it ticks people off. It's probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. How long? She's not really worth your time. No, I like her. You two friends. How long have you known her? Let's ask if she's your friends. That's probably closer than most people have gotten to be able to call her a friend. The school here is really small, so everyone had to at least get along with everyone else. She was a grade ahead of me, but everyone knew her, especially since she's the Scarlet. What's up with the Scarlet? Oh, Scarlet Hollow. Is that like supposed to be a representation of the house? Big beady eyes, and I can't fight you. We wound up bonding a bit. We were both in school's production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. I was Puck, and she was Mustard Seed. She was planted. Quick. We kept her in the dirt for a week. Isn't that a Shakespeare thing? As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. Beat her up a lot. Just softened up those muscles. Just kidding. Don't bully. But then she graduated and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I just actually had a PB&J and something that would kill me. Somebody went to dinner for a coffee and they got amazing biscuits, my treat. Yes! Yes! Going on a... Oh, wow, this is a lot of characters. We're gonna go eat together. If I have to run to the bathroom and puke, I need to get it out of me. If I ruin this interaction, I'm going back, saving, doing the exact same stuff. And I am coming back, because we are not having a bad interaction with her. Sausage Biscuit Special, Fancy City Coffee, Bottomless Coffee. I like how they call it Fancy City Coffee. I have never been to like a small town diner. And this feels so... And I've always wanted to. It feels so nice. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting dine of human life. Din? Oh. That's awkward. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that there is a stranger that has entered the establishment. With all eyes on you, your stomach starts to churn again. The slime refuses to be contained. You've held it back too long and it yearns to be free of a force more powerful than comprehension. As it barrels through your esophagus, you smart small trash can. You aim for it as best you can before the slime opens your stomach. Oh, I just made a bad impression. Some of it made it in, most of your vomit and bile still splatter across the entry and diner, all while a pair of eyes in place was on you. Someone rushed to the kitchen from the mop and bucket. Stella hurries you back. Ha ha ha! Hey everyone, this is Tabitha's cousin. He's here for the funeral and I guess he's not feeling very well. Looks like your entrance is probably a little more dramatic than you were expecting, huh? Right, it's her voice. Are you feeling okay? Do you need anything? You know what? I'm gonna lie and say I was actually thinking about that. I was being honest when I say overly truthful, but at the same time, I'm a chronic liar. So, if that doesn't make sense, basically, if it's random crap, if you ask me something, most likely I will either be straightforward and overly honest, or if it's like exposing me in some wrong way, I'll either, like, obviously not say anything, because if somebody asks me my exact address, I'm not gonna say my address. I'm gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna say that, or it's somewhere in this area of whatever. Or I will pop and I will just lie. I'll be like, yeah, I'm in India. And I will either be like, it's not a big deal to fix it, or I'll be like, no, I lied. Sorry. I will do that almost every time. There's 3 options. Either tell the truth. There's 4 options. Tell the truth. Just tell them I'm not going to say anything. Lie. Or stay silent. And if I lie, there's 2 options. Either go with it or just not. I think that's because the thing is, if that's everyone's options, I'm going to say I felt a little anxious. Because that's what I actually would have said. Because my first instinct in this case is to lie. I just vomit in front of everyone, and I'm not going to tell them that I just ate a bunch of sludge in a fridge. So, I don't want to avoid the subject, so I'm not going to say the truth. I'm not going to avoid the subject. I'm going to lie. Because I can't stay silent either. So, stop looking at me with that face. I feel bad already. I feel a little anxious when everyone starts staring at me. Fair enough. Being a stranger in a small town can sometimes feel a little weird. That's so I've heard. I just wanted to get that, like, disgusted face off. I felt bad. What are you saying back there, Kappa? But I literally would have said anxious. In real life, I would have felt so bad and such. And then later I'd be like, I ate something really bad, so I might have had food poisoning. But, like, at this point in time, I would have just rolled with the lie. As you sit on the booth, you can't help but pick up some of the murmurs of conversation around you. I'm gonna listen in. This looks like the same cops, or cop, singular, because I don't remember if it was one or two. That was in, like, Arkham Knight, and this is, like, kind of same vibe of where the scarecrow gas starts filling up. Stella turns to Gretchen while you take a quick look around the diner. At the counter, two policemen and a woman you assume to be the owner shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. Poor thing, making a mess like that. He must be Vivian's kid. Looks so much like her. I'm gonna give the most southern voices to these countrymen and woman. Because why not? Oh yes, those eyes are unmistakable. That haunting look. Ghastly. I always thought it'd go away when she finally got out of town, but I guess that happened. It's baked into her DNA. Okay. I don't feel bad about giving you that southern accent anymore. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with the southern accent, but if you give someone a heavy southern accent and you're not even sure, then at some point it's just offensive. I don't feel bad though now, because you guys are murmuring like that. Not that they're being mean, but what? But what an introduction. That puke is foul. That's fair. A young mother and her syrup-stained child sat at the table across from you. Mommy, who's that? None of your business. Don't stare, Tulip. She might be Miss Tabitha's cousin. God, that felt so mean. Or so exaggerated. But I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with this exaggeration. I don't know why I keep like feeling I need to defend myself to myself. I just will. Oh, so that's why you look so sad. I mean, I would look sad too if I had Miss Tabitha as a cousin. Oh my god, Tulip, jeez. Little savage. Do you think Tabitha's cousin is mean too? I don't know. I think next time I'll go visit Miss Tabitha. Are you gonna finish your pancakes? They're almost cold, Sweet Pea, and we've gotta get home to help Daddy. I don't want to finish my pancakes. It smells in here. Finish your pancakes. Just raises. She just gets really aggressive. Oh god, that's getting too dark though. Oh, I see. There's like a little dim on who's I'm listening in on. Cool. In the far back corner, a man sits alone on a small table, sipping coffee and reading a paper. Yeah, what a wreck. I think I got some in my shoe. Why is it always weirdos who wander into town and never gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age? You know what? I appreciate that you said of an appropriate age. That's nice. I appreciate that. It's very like outlines that he's not a creep. He's just a creep with like okay taste. Not like a creep. Lastly, a group of coal miners sit hunched around a corner booth, readily scarfing down heaping plates of food. At least I made myself the talk of the town. You know what? I'm keeping that barf because at least I made myself the talk of the town. I like that. What do you think? Another youngin' looking for mine work? No way! Clearly doesn't get the stomach for it. That's gotta be the boss's cousin. There's that funeral this week, if I'm remembering right. For old Miss Pearly Ann. Miss your rotten piece. Oh, let the lady rest, Lord. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were, especially before they've been laid to rest. If you've been around her heyday, you'd be speaking ill too, Tommy. He's right. Nastiest woman I've ever met. That Tabitha's a blessing compared to her. There's the whole lot of them. Maver Scarlet burn in hell. Jeez. That fourth one's very dark. That's enough of that. Ooh. He is also a tall glass, and he seems like a nice fellow. Hey stranger, hope you're feeling better. And Stella, I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They gracefully put a coffee of specially brewed coffee. They gracefully put a cup of specially brewed coffee on the table in front of Stella. Hey. 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 You probably know no longer. This is my date. Oh, shucks. Thanks, Avery. Here's some bacon for the little lady. You got some bacon, good sir. Oh, he's so cute. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Tip, you can hit Y or triangle button on your gamepad today. Hide the text box underneath. Oh, use a gamepad with this? Wait. Hit Y. I'm hitting Y! Let me hide it. What is the button? I want to see the puppy. I want to see it better. Oh wait. Is it because my gamepad's plugged in? Oh! I'm gonna use my gamepad at the moment. I love him. Her. I love her. She's so cute. And I'm talking about both of them. I have an infatuation with her at the moment. Offer them your... No! Keep spoiled peanuts for special time. Isn't bacon bad for dogs? No thanks. I'm still feeling a little queasy. Just if I don't have one of everything. No. How much is that coffee for a coffee or a biscuit? She knows how to handle her dog. Leave her alone. It's not selecting anything. It's being a little glitchy. How much is the coffee? Oh, wait. That's the start button? What? How much is the... Oh, weird. $1, but you get unlimited refills. Sweet deal. I'll have a cup. Okay, to be fair, there's two options that say, oh, ugh, screw you. But the Noah things I better not. I'm not gonna get too greedy. And what I was gonna say is I'm a coffee addict. So even if my stomach's completely upset, I'm gonna order a coffee just to sip. Or just have the fragrance. No problem. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm, sorry for your loss. Thanks, man. Before you have a chance to respond, they're gone. I gave him the same voice as my narrating voice, because he has such a nice voice anyway. Should have gone for the biscuit. They're really good. But I guess you've got all week. Maybe you'll get one for tomorrow. Oh, you feed each other's bacon. Or bacon. Forgetting. I always say he. It's the opposite. I know a lot of people say her for stuff, and I say her for cats and he for dogs, usually. It's weird. Anyways, the funeral not till Sunday, right? It gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm thinking if there are any cool events going on this week. Oh, so sad. It's always the reading adventure in the library. We're supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Ooh, that sounds nice, actually. Just because I love reading, so... I may have an issue with having to get back onto reading books, and I have a lot of novels, but I still read comic books and manga every day, so I'm still reading. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekless Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Is it like a church thing? Would it be weird for me to come if I'm not a member? No, Sunday is coincidental. It's actually hosted by the library. Huh. Not many people go to church around here, if I'm being honest. Hell yeah, religion sucks. Is that a non-religious community? I'm actually kind of curious. Non-religious community in the rural South? That's gotta be unusual. I know, but we must seem like such heathens. Hey, I was right. It is the rural South. For their, vernacular and stuff, I'm using the right terminology. That seems to be what they were using, so that's why I kind of guessed. But so I mean, I guess... No, that's fine. I got it right, haha. But there are plenty of God-fearing folks in this town. They aren't biggest fans of the local church. Well, the building's okay, but the past is another story. There seems a little something off about that guy. You'll get to know what I mean if you ever meet him. Fortunately, you probably will. Anyway, these are all these big events I can think of. That's for day-to-day. Any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? I want to hang out with you. Yeah. Keen eye. You have something in mind? It's not something's telling me this is a loaded question. You got something in mind. I'm not gonna ask why she wants to hang out with me. She wants to hang out with me. I'm gonna take it. She's cute, and I want to hang out with her. Hey, was that being that obvious? Also, she seems like a cool person to be friends with. My job means to spend a lot of time in the woods with the camera. It's always better than someone else is there to help you not die. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Hey, Winnie wanted me to give you a biscuit on the house. She sends her condolences. Well, that's nice. Thanks, it looks great. Let's just be appreciative. Thanks, Avery, it looks great. Stop loading up the menu, I'm hitting the right button. You pick up the biscuit, and it's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite, it melts in your mouth as if nothing but butter suspended into a thin matrix of dough. I am salivating! Truly. This is a perfect biscuit. Whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. I'm gonna be honest, why would I lie about that? Avery lingers at the table for a moment. Oh wait, I thought it was doing his voice. So as Stella mentioned, she's famous? What? What is she famous for? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're gonna go around tuning your own horn, you know I'm gonna do it for you. She sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Oh my god, so famous. Ah, such a celebrity. I got it. Look at that look, too. Okay, look at that confident look. I'm a YouTuber. Praise me. Wow, that's rad. I'm just gonna, okay, you and everyone else got it. How hypocritical. I'm just gonna inquire. That's it. Cool. What kind of videos do you do? I am putting entirely too realistic answers, except for eating the sludge, but she hunts cryptids. Okay, that's actually really cool. You should really check out her channel, Flack. It's amazing. Wait, how did you know my name? Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's just most people in town know about you, because you vomited in the cafe. Sorry, I'm sure that must seem creepy. Yeah, how? Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. The Holler is a small place. Everyone knows everybody, and that includes extended family. What? So you're not secretly out here to hypnotize me and make me go in the woods and live with cryptids forever? I don't know. That was just like what popped out. It's all good. Cool. I just caught a little off guard. Phew, I'm glad I didn't freak you out too much. Well, it's a small town. Tabitha, if she's talked about me, that's nice. Yeah, and don't worry, nothing Perlan said about you that'll stick, that's for sure. You could just make a good first impression, wipe the slate clean with the whole town. And in the case of your little illness earlier, you can always make a good second impression. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh god, what was she saying about me? Ah, geez, look, sorry I said anything. Oh, don't worry about it. Perlan with the gossip. We'll do the sort of thing with everyone. That makes me feel a little better. Spreading weird little rumors about folks, that's kind of her trademark. Anyway, we're in the middle of talking about Stella's illustrious YouTuber. Oh my god. I guess we were, weren't we? I think the best video to start with would be that river one. Not the lake, but you know, the controversial one. I will say, I do love certain YouTube stuff about like, what was it? The guy Marble Hornets who did the, who basically blew up the whole Slender Man, Masky, and Hoodie kind of thing. I used to love his stuff. And I still love, like, horror stories and stuff like that. And creepypastas are basically just online horror stories. So, Mr. Creepypasta and stuff like that still, like, I'll occasionally listen. They're pretty nice. It's cool. Yay, the Catabala River Runner. I didn't expect much out of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far. So the River Runner is the cryptid. It's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River. And that's all I had to go on. And I wound up catching this on camera. Oh my god, it's a puddle. It's the Loch Ness Monster. She pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Despite the shaky camera footage, you can clearly make out the shape of a creature's head and its relative body proportions. You're pretty sure it's a cat, and a big one at that. It was a puma. Some folks said it was a beaver, but in that case, it'd at least be twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I've also seen people saying it's a dog or even a capybara, and it's must escape from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it is, but I'm sure I saw the whole thing with my own 2 eyes. Looks like a big cat. She's got little kitty ears right there. Maybe it's a mountain lion. No, wait, it's not a mountain lion. There's no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth about Jack Diddley Squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming the river like this. They're not fans of water. Plus, it would have tried to eat me. And the baddie is too long. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. That actually does sound cool. Sure, it's not any local sanctuaries are missing one. There's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, exactly. Such exotic pet owners set it free, and I'll forever roam the Kata, wow, whatever, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. Because you know, YouTube's such a accurate place for its commenters. No offense. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. So maybe you want to come along? Yes! For no reason. It's actually pretty easy one this week. Wouldn't have to go to camp anymore. I'm gonna go after the... Wait! No spoilers. I'm gonna watch it. Oh, well, that's nice. I know it's like a small town, but when you have like friends and stuff, that's like, I don't spoil anything. I want to watch it. That's sweet. Whoops, sorry, Avery. It's okay, I should get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See you around. See y'all around. I broke that sentence so bad. The coast's clear. I'm going after the skunk ape. What? What's a skunk ape? It's like Bigfoot, but smellier. Yeah, that's cool. Most of the skunk ape sightings are from Florida. I was doing some research for last week's video. I came across a report where a lady from a town claimed over a seen one in the deck playing tug of war for dog. It was a skunk ape, I tell you! It was a skunk ape! That's what the old woman was saying. Did you like my impression? This snow, I leave no stone unturned and said it's worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate, get the darkening sky, that sort of thing? Yes? Will Gretchen be there? Why would I care? I just want to, let's just be, yeah, because there's a lot of these subjects, which is fair, okay, I really like this about the game's creators. They include a lot of these realistic answers. There's like, will Gretchen be there, which is just a game-centric answer, pretty much, to pry. There's absolutely, against my better judgment, yes, someone that's very judgmental. Are you nuts? I would say that. It's not like you have anything else going on. It's very nonchalant. It's like these options, even with like Slay the Princess, they think of basically, it's like they go around the office and they're like, hey, what would you say to this? And different people give them different answers. And it's really, and I kind of love it. But I'm going to go with just, I'm going to be coy. Against my better judgment, yes. And we'll follow a girl I just met into the woods at night to chase after dangerous beasts. Sounds fun. When you put it that way, it sure does sound like a bad idea. But trust me, we'll have a great time. It's been a while since I've had anyone besides Gretchen out there with me. It's gonna be a lot of fun, so Gretchen won't be there. Okay. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it's kind of like a blast from the past. Me and Kanika and Reese running around the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders and eating the salamanders. Our videos were terrible. We had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if Babe down to come along with us. Yes, that would be so awesome to have a group of friends. Get the old gang back together and go. I guess Kanika is closed. Has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's the no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we can get him to come out of the hidey hole if he's up for it. Mind if I make a quick call? I mean, I would like it to just be the two of us. You're adorable, but I would love to meet Reese. So it's a very conflicting situation. Reese, dude, what's up? It's been forever. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. You want me to come by or? Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind. I was just calling to ask if you want to come out to the woods tonight. I met someone really cool in town today. He's Tabitha's cousin. Yay! He's just here for a week. Anyway, we're gonna look out the skunk gate. Take the easier trails if that would help. Dang man, that sounds awful. Hope you make it easy tonight. I'll swing by this... Oh, puppy. Swing by sometime this week and low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring him. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Oh, I hope Reese is okay. Like, I'm getting attached to this character so easily, which is really good. But, I hope Reese is okay. Looks like it'll just be you and me, pal. See, okay? Yeah, I'm actually concerned about that. He's not feeling well at all. He has a lot going on past, gosh, 10 years or so. But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. Can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little sad to have my having him along again. He's hilarious, dude. Love him. Swing by his place sometime this week. You know what? Oh, God. Okay, if somebody ever answers this unironically, I would love to meet them. And give them a piece of my mind. Because, come on. Ugh, haven't I met enough people already? I don't like those type of people. Those people are toxic and... Ugh. Ugh. Haven't you not met enough people already? That'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome, I'll make it happen. I would love to meet Reese. That sounds awesome. That does sound awesome. He's definitely a trickier one to meet. Kanika's much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. The friendship can wait. We got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's build a popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good second impression. After all, you just puked your guts out in front of half the town. That's true. And to make matters worse, it seems everyone here has heard awful things about you from your now deceased aunt. Let's just leave a tip. Let's be normal. I leave a generous tip that's just going to be a little out of my way and cause more rumors. As long as you don't stick a peanut butter and jelly, you're miserably free while you're with her. While you're here. Share the wealth while you've got it, you think to yourself. Leave money on the table and follow Stella at the diner. Just be courteous. Leave a tip. Show them that you're not just a jerk or some city boy. You're a normal person who's just trying to be nice. Maybe I'm thinking too much into how people judge me, and that's fine. It's just, especially in a video game, but I'm just saying in like that kind of scenario, it's just be a normal person and maybe you won't be judged. If you go out of your way to be a nice person, of course you're going to be judged. If you go out of your way to be like, oh, these people need to see me in a high light, then I feel like you're going to be talked about behind your back a lot more. Just live your life. Don't really worry about what other people think. I mean, it might seem a little hypocritical with the fact that I'm trying to like manipulate what people think in a video game, but and obviously I don't want to offend anyone. That's also hypocritical. Like, that's why I'm like, I have very roundabout ways of saying things. But, that's just how I am. It had been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation within renewed clarity. Kleptomaniac. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the other people you know. Following someone you just met in the dark forest in search of monsters. You feel... I'm gonna say honest. I feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky. Fresh air fills your lungs and pleasant songs of crickets trill around you as night descends. This is where you're supposed to be. With Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front of you without a care in the world. Look at that face! Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record. Since last year, at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until next summer. Which always finds a way to be so much worse. That's true. It's just nice to feel chill air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored. If only for a moment. Sorry if that's a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. No, I like that. Does anything bad happen on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell off a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine. His leg only took a couple months to heal. Oh no, not that bad. That's a good point. I guess it was also that time I was out here and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats. Wampus cats. I don't think it's a wampus, I think it's a wampus. I was able to wiggle my way out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me back in the entrance. Blocking the entrance to their hide hole. I got skunked. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside bored to tears. Lassie, she is not. Yeah, she's bored right now and looking around. It only took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense. And a few tomato juice baths later, I was right as the rain. Could have been a lot worse. That's true, they could have scratched your face. They could have tore it off like a monkey does. At the time I actually stumbled on old Duke's property and I got my head shut off. Happens to everyone sooner or later, I'd barely count on it. That sounds pretty important. The hike's not all dangerous. All things considered. Well, we'll get to we're almost about an hour. We'll get into the hikes next time. Blah, blah, blah. So I hope you enjoyed. We did a lot this episode, and I talked and got off track. Also a lot. So, if you enjoy my voice and the story and or anything else about these videos, leave a like, subscribe to keep up with everything. I upload at least twice a week, or at least I try to. And have a great day. Bye.